Welcome to the Invahement Company Music Podcast with your hosts KP and Ashton Thomas. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What's happening, y'all?
What's up, everybody?
I'm Ashton,
And I'm KP.
and this is the Invahement Company Music Podcast, the show made by music enthusiasts.
For music enthusiasts.
That's right, you already know what it is. And what a year, 2025. This is the last episode of our first year, and man, what a journey! What a journey! Just thinking back, like wow, like the levels and just how we have personally progressed and everything that we've learned and figured out along the way.
Yes.
It's been a wonderful ride, a wonderful 6 or 7 months of this, and everything's just been all incredible. Like this has been awesome.
Amazing. We are just so grateful to all of you who subscribe and watch our shows, who interact on our social media. So thankful for every guest who has come on, shared their journey, shared their story, previewed their music, told us that they had music coming out on this show. We are just so grateful for everyone that has been a part of the Invahement Company success. This is just, we love music. We love all things music, and we are just so grateful for everyone who has taken the time to be a part of this with us, because this has just been such a fun journey. We have so much fun, y'all. So yes, thank you to everyone. We are so looking forward to more in 2026. And we are excited about all the music that's happening. All the music that's happened, we're going to reflect on this year and all the amazing music, some of our top 10 favorite music albums, singles, EPs of 2025. And yeah, let's get into it.
Oh yeah. So as you were saying that, my mind automatically went back to our episode with Jay Sean Champion. You talk about a comedy show, like me personally, that's probably the one episode I watch back the most. I mean, I love all the episodes, but just Jay Sean, he was on one the whole time. So I'm like, man,
it was a great episode. And then we had episodes that made me cry. For me, one of my favorite episodes was Mo Dre, having him on, sharing his journey and his story. I literally cried on the air, like on the show. Yes. It was very emotional and evoking for us to listen to his story and where he's at. And we are just huge fans of him, and we've become friends. Sure. And yes, really a great episode. If y'all haven't seen any of the episodes, please go check them out, especially with our special guests, because they share so much wisdom, knowledge, vulnerability in these episodes, and we don't take that lightly. So
for sure.
Yeah.
And since we're on that subject, we do, I mean, we're going to name all of them, but I do want to definitely right now mention my boy Josh Stokes. Like it's funny because really, I'll say this, not even a week before I found him on Instagram and started following him, like he followed me back, and I would share his stuff. And then when he saw that we had the podcast, like he definitely, he wanted to be on, he wanted to be a part. So I'm like, heck yeah, man. Like I gave him all the information, and it was just, it was encouraging for a stranger, to want to be on the show and share his life journey with us. And shout out to Josh of thinking that much of us, to, I mean, in literally the starting stages of the show, to want to be on. So shout out to him for that.
Absolutely. He was our second guest on the show, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out, speaking of that, shout out to Ray. You know what I'm saying?
Ray.
Shout out to our homie Ray, based out of Dayton, but doing amazing things. Founder of Heart Poetic. Y'all go check out Heart Poetic's EP. Amazing EP.
So that came out this year, didn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Another amazing EP of 2025 called If God and
If
Jazz Had
God
a
and Jazz
Baby.
had a baby, yes. Yeah.
Go
So
check
yeah,
that out. But he was our first guest,
our very
and
first
that
guest.
was an amazing episode as well. So thank you so much, Ray, for being our very first guest on this podcast. We love you.
Yes, yes. So I'll say this, yeah, like he knows that like "Helpless Belief" is still one of my favorite songs on not just on that album, but songs that came out this year. I love the concept of it. So
Yes,
shout
the
out to
whole EP
Ray,
is
the whole
so
EP.
dope.
Yes,
Absolutely. My girl Chastity.
yeah.
Shout out to Chastity. Just like really just doing it big, okay?
Oh
Like she
yeah,
was big when she came on this show, but then even since then, like God has really just expanded her platform and she is just growing and the opportunities. We are just so blessed to like know her and her come on here and share her stories and all the things that she's doing, working with Music Soul Child, her own music. Because Little Boar was like platinum in my house, okay?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
and then she came out with a remix, and oh my gosh, just very like reimagined. It's just as amazing as the original. So shout out to Chastity for coming on the show and being a part and becoming our sister on this show. So yes, we love her.
So yeah, I'll say this about her. She's definitely a very bright personality. Like if you actually, because that's another episode that I watched back. Like she's a comedian. Like a lot of people don't like. She's hilarious. And then even following her on Instagram and TikTok, like be having me in tears laughing. Like she's hilarious. So yeah, shout out to her. And I actually told her like you ought to get it. I want to see you in some movies. Definitely.
Absolutely.
So yeah, shout out to
For
Chaz.
sure. Shout out to Chaz.
Our boy Aaron Sticks Smith.
Aaron Smith experience, okay? Came on here and shared his whole journey and just so willingly and shared with all of his fans that he has. We thank him for coming on and just being vulnerable. Giving encouragement to the other, musicians in the community, people that look up to him. He probably has the biggest platform out of everyone on social media that we've interviewed so far. So like just being able to like hear his story that he doesn't get to share all the time, I think was very valuable. So we appreciate you, Aaron, coming on and sharing.
Yeah, even you said like this is really a therapy session for all our guests that come on, and we love it. But yeah, definitely another guy which like I was like
I already know what you about to say.
Scooby Dooby Powell.
Yes.
Yeah. And then just all the inside stuff that he was sharing with us, like with the Everlasting Life album. Like I would have never in a million years thought that the record company initially asked Fred Hammond to produce that record. I'm like, whoa. And so like I have this conversation with Marlo and my brothers, and like we were just talking about it. He was like, man, just think of how some of those songs would have sounded if Fred produced it instead of Alex. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like it's crazy. It would definitely be, I'm sure that the album would have still been a success, but definitely what we got out of Ace of Ward's production in that, definitely Everlasting Life is a timeless classic. And like they said, they haven't been able to live that record down almost 30 years like that.
Right.
It's so
crazy. And then finding out that Doobie did the Feel the Real, like, and
yes,
then, like that was for me. Doobie's a friend of mine, was just like, oh my gosh, like, and looking back and listening, you're like, yeah, it makes sense. You know what I mean? So, I even had Talea, shout out to Talea, who was just on our show as well. Shout out to you, girl. She is such a big supporter of Invahement Company. We love her. She went to go watch the Doobie Powell episode and had texted me like, yo, like him doing Feel the Real is just like crazy. Like, yes. So shout out to Doobie Powell, the amazing legend himself, Doobie Powell. Shout out to Talea Music. Y'all go check out Talea. She is amazing. Not just an amazing singer and artist, but like she does production, engineering, mixing. She does like vocal production and things like that. So y'all go y'all go follow our girl. She is really dope, based out of Seattle. We thank her for coming on and sharing her taco time story and how
Yeah.
she another one who just full of life and energy and valuable information and just wants to help. Like, you need some help, reach out to Talea. She tell you
Hmm.
about the grants and all the different things you can apply for to help fund your independent journey. So yes, we love all of the nuggets that have been shared on this show that we wouldn't know otherwise, from real people in the grind, real
Hmm.
artists, real people out here doing the work. So yes,
Oh, for
shout out
sure.
to every artist that's been on this platform.
Yeah. And then we can't forget my boy Anwar Marshall, and we can't forget about
Yes.
him. And I'm just happy personally that we actually got to reconnect, because I wasn't on social media for a little while, and then I guess we kind of lost touch after that. And I mean, besides that, that was around the time he had first got the Marcus Miller gig. So yeah, so yeah, it had been almost a year since I haven't been in contact with him, but yeah, ever since he's been on the show, like it's almost like we've been kicking it the whole time. So yeah, definitely shout out to Amor and him sharing his journey growing up in Philadelphia, and then getting to play with all my favorite artists like Marcus Miller, Jasmine Horn, the late great Joey DeFrancesco, and yeah, it's crazy. And so yeah, shout out to him.
Absolutely.
And so actually, a Toledo native, our boy Sax Fifth. Yeah, he was. We had him on. We had him.
Yes, Sax Fifth, an amazing saxophone player here in my city, my hometown, the 419. He came on and shared his journey, just, being a saxophonist, but also like the vulnerability, sharing him not always being interested in jazz, but more so like an R&B, you
Hmm.
know, player or whatever, and just how all of that goes. Him having multiple residencies in Ohio, different
Hmm.
places, like yeah, and because of Sax Fifth, we were able to do our first event for
Yes.
Black Friday. Shout
Black
out to
Friday.
Sax Fifth for the Black Friday show.
Man,
That
that
was
that that was magical. Like, oh
yeah,
my
that
lord.
was yes, a lot of things we learned in that on that event or whatever, and we just
Yeah.
had it was just a really good time. So y'all actually
Yes.
stay tuned because we have interviews from that will be posted on
Hmm.
YouTube shortly. So y'all stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we got the vlog coming out.
Yep, the vlog for that will be coming out. But yeah, shout out to Sax Fifth. What an amazing, amazing time we had at that event,
Hmm.
and with all the artists. So yeah, really, really
For
dope.
sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to all the guests we've had, and we got more guests in store. So y'all, yeah, stay tuned. I'll say that because yeah, it's up from here.
It's
Nowhere to go but
up,
up.
absolutely. So, let's get into kind of like music in 2025. Our thoughts. We've had a lot of conversations clearly about music this year in
Hmm.
2025, whether it be major or independent. What are some of your thoughts that you have?
Well, I guess more so on the lighthearted kind of deal. I think the one reoccurring topic was transposing, and this year I've seen more conversations and memes more than ever. I mean, because like the rise of social media, all the musicians are literally under a microscope, and one mistake or one small intricate detail can get blown out of proportion, and then because people look to social media for comic relief, so you'll pretty much become the laughing stock of whatever's going on. So, but yeah, I think the transposing situation, and then let's say this: the whole interview between Isaac Curry and Norman Jumphy. I mean, one subject in particular about gospel versus CCM, about how gospel artists are singing hard and doing all the runs. And I think one thing that kind of threw me for a loop was Lillian Lloyd. Like she was probably the most outspoken against that. Like saying, who are you to judge my expression towards my Lord and Savior, everything that He's
Right.
done for me? Like I'll sing how hard I want. And I'll do all the runs because it's all praise to God and this, that, and the third. And but that was definitely another big subject in music.
Huge.
It was huge. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think even earlier in the year, the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, which, you know, the Super Bowl halftime show. Say, Drake, I heard you like him young, and like saying that right in the camera. And I'm like,
Exactly.
whoa,
Yeah.
okay,
Right. Yeah. It
he
was
want,
big.
bro want all the smoke. You heard? All of
Okay. Like,
it.
and then pulled out Serena Williams on him. Like,
Hmm.
what? Like, yeah, it was a big year with just like you said, different beefs and then different opinions all together. So much going on. We've had a lot of discussions about AI and music and
Yeah.
different
Oh yeah.
artists, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suno and Timbaland, and then finding out other artists are kind of like diving more into like AI artists, and the AR artist that is out right now who had the $3 million deal with the record labels. It's so much, and we've talked to our guests about that and their thoughts and different things like that. So that has been a big topic, and we're really trying to bring awareness, with that, and talk to the community about it so we can kind of like figure out how to navigate it, because clearly it's not going anywhere. Like, it's here, it's not going anywhere, so we just need to do better.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I think I reposted something a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week. Thaddeus Dixon had posted, you know, with the AI, like, you got to step up your live shows, which I have been saying
Yeah.
multiple times. He was like, musicians, singers alike, that's the only way you're going to differentiate the AI from the human live experience. So,
Oh, yeah. And I'll
yeah,
say
that
this,
was a
I
big
think,
one.
and I'll say this, even though AI is not going anywhere, I think the consolation in that is that humans control AI, and not the other way around. AI is not. I mean, it can't procreate. So,
Right.
I think, and then even my older brother, he was saying, at least he's predicting about 10 or 15, maybe 20 years down the line that we're going to want to do away with AI in music altogether. Just because because I mean, the human aspect of music is always going to be there. I mean, proportionately, I mean, it might be,
Right.
but the human aspect is always going to be there. But he's predicting that 15 to 20 years down the line that AI won't be as prominent in music as it is at this moment. And I hope and pray that is the case, because you definitely don't want to get away from the human aspect of it,
Experience.
the human experience. Like, yeah, like we're definitely gonna have to step our game up in live shows and everything. So artists, like, especially the major artists, if you can afford a live band, please, 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 just spend the money, because I'll keep saying it. I'll keep saying it. Anytime people pay top dollar to come see you and there's no live band, you're literally cheating them and robbing them out of their hard earned money. So that's definitely, it's me speaking as a music enthusiast. It's definitely not fair. Like, I don't ever
Right.
want to go to a
Yeah.
live show and see an artist. I mean, well, an artist who can afford a major artist. I don't want to see a major artist singing the tracks or performing the tracks. Like, that's no.
Whack. Exactly. And Ashley, you can talk to it from both sides, because you're on the stage, and then, like you said, you're also a music enthusiast off the stage. So you can speak to both sides, because without, you may get paid for recording, programming, and doing the live tracks, but it's still taking money out of working musicians' pockets.
Right. Oh
Every
yeah. Oh yeah.
time these major artists do shows without a band.
Yeah. I
Like,
think.
you know
I
what I'm
think.
saying?
Oh
Especially
yeah.
those who use it as their livelihood and not just like a side gig.
Yeah. I think the disheartening thing, even in that's not really necessarily a new thing either, because even like you can watch Bobby Jones. You can watch Bobby Jones episodes from the early '90s, and you'll see artists performing the tracks and stuff like that. And
On
then
Soul Train
like
too.
Soul Train and all of that. Like it's not new. I mean, ever since the introduction of MIDI and NPC, which was in the mid to late '80s, you started seeing artists not perform with a live band backing him. And that was when Anthony Jackson gave his famous interview about the Machine not being able to outplay him. R.I.P. Anthony Jackson, who we lost this year as well. So yeah, definitely not allowing the Machine to outplay him, and I got to tell you that was always the case. Like, he's always been able to rise over the Machine, even with all his health complications as he got older. He was still a mean bass player even then. So for sure,
shout out to him. Rest in peace, D'Angelo, who also was another one who was super huge on the live experience.
Yes.
Analog, all the things. Like, he was not cutting corners with his shows or with his music, his record, like nothing. Like, D'Angelo was so very serious about his art and what he put out. He was another one who stood by that. So yeah, shout out to D'Angelo, all the amazing art he created as well. We will miss that for sure.
So yeah, definitely a few other people. Dwayne Wiggins from Tony, Roberta Flack, Angie Stone.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a lot of people. I know I can't think of anybody else, but those were definitely some tough losses this year. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. But yes, we talked about so many different topics on this show, which is what I love. Like, we've just a wide spectrum of topics. So yeah, it's been a good. I think it's been a good year. I feel like the rollouts, like, we had some amazing rollouts from Clips. Summer Walker did an amazing rollout. Also, like, we had
Deidre Moses. She came back this year. Yeah.
Like, we had some. Like, we had some amazing things. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, so, I feel like music, like it. I feel like in prior years we had more music come out. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like 2025, it was steady. It was steady. It wasn't like overflowing with releases, but I feel like we had a steady stream of like new music come out from major and independent. Shout out to our indie artists who really worked hard this year to put out good music, to put out EPs or singles or entire albums. Shout out to Jay Sean Champion continuing to put out singles leading up to his new album. Shout out to Aaron Smith Experience, who released 2 singles this year off his upcoming album 1991. Shout out to Chastity releasing singles, and Talea, Modre, even using the Even app to reach more artists, getting their own money, like, straight ahead without the third party, like, doing innovative things like that or whatever. Shout out to all of our indie artist friends doing it big despite the challenges, releasing music in 2025, and really great music at that. For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I gotta say this because this is in recent memory. I haven't seen too much of it. The one comeback this year was I believe the verses between Cash Money and No Limit. So yeah, because
I didn't know.
I mean, it's been a while since I've heard other verses, but when I saw that it came back for that event, I'm like, verses happened during the pandemic, but I've always felt, even after the world opened back up, that should have been a steady thing, probably one versus every 2 or 3 months, like between one artist or another, or one group or another. Because I got to tell you, there's a lot of verses that I do want to see that haven't happened yet. One in particular, this might be a stretch. This might be a stretch.
Okay,
but I'll say this: one versus that I hope to see, hopefully in the next year, Anthony Hamilton versus John Legend. Might be a stretch.
Interesting.
Might be a stretch. Because both of them have hits that I vibe to. I think definitely with Anthony Hamilton giving you the best of me, and then Charlene, and
he has a lot. Point of
it all, and then Cast Me Over, and then Coming From Where I'm From.
Exactly. He has so many hits.
So many. And then on the other hand, you have John Legend with Baby Tonight's the Night and Ordinary People. And, what's it? Save Room and all that, like and All of Me Wants All of You. Like,
he has some hits too. Of course.
like I said, it might be a stretch, but that's definitely a versus that I want to see.
Because I'm trying to think who could compare with Anthony Hamilton.
Well, I'm thinking because they kind of came out at the same time. Like they hit it big around the same time. So I think in verses, that's what I always look out for.
Right.
Like, so,
okay.
Like kind of the same
Era,
and then like some parallels in the style of music too. So
yeah. Of course. So
yeah,
okay. I think we really did. It was a good Band-Aid for 2020 for us because we just didn't know what to do.
Right. So,
So Versus, shout out to Versus for like giving us something.
Yes.
We were lost in the sauce. Okay.
For sure.
So yeah, but yeah, absolutely. So yeah, this year's just been it's been a lot. We've had a lot to talk about, a lot to look forward to, a lot, of exciting things happen in music this year. So yeah, very good 2025. It felt very, very intentional.
Very
Music
intentional.
this year was very,
very
yeah.
intentional, very substantial. All of it.
Yeah. And the indie artists really did hold 2025 together for real. Like in my opinion, like when I'm thinking of like the major artists that, put out work or whatever, I'm looking at the indie artists like y'all really like was the glue that held this year together, in my opinion. So much good music came out this year. So yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of good music, we have our top 10. Our top 10 favorite songs or albums, EPs that came out in 2025. We each have our 10 and we will go into that, give you guys something to vibe to as well. If you didn't know, these are all things that we've talked about on the show at different points in time. So yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, it's actually funny that you said indie artists holding down the fort because I think all of my picks are from all indie artists. So it's crazy that imagine that.
Yeah, and most of mine are too. I think outside of one, which is Quintelli and Eric Bellinger, everybody else. Because I mean, when you talk about gospel artists, I don't know why I look at some gospel artists as like indie artists, and I don't know why. Like Lisa Knowles Smith, like. I don't know. Lisa Knowles and Miranda Curtis, they are well known in the gospel community. Mainstream may not know them though that well, because gospel is kind of like still kind of over here. And then you have like R&B and mainstream, and everybody may not know who they are, so that's why, or whatever. But yes, when you're talking about R&B and stuff, absolutely, indie is like 99% of my list because it's just that it just is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. I hate to be biased, I really do, but I have to say that one of my favorite releases from this year. I mean, it's only been out for about a month, whatever. But Reagan Gray, All I Want for Christmas, produced by Kenny Bell, and I mean, it's not even so much that I was on it. I think that was a great production, great presentation, great idea, and I personally had a lot of fun recording it. I mean, for those who heard the record, they know that I really kept it pocket. I did multiple takes. They kept the simplest one, but I mean, either way, just them allowing me to, give my spiel and, have my input on it. And, I mean, whether they liked it or not, I was just happy to be a part. So yeah, shout out to Reagan Gray and Kenny Bell, for releasing that this year.
Absolutely. And I'm going to say more so at the top of the year, Malaya came out with a surprise like duo single. She came out with this and then she came out with that. And it both the same lyrics, but produced by two different people, two different tracks, and both of them actually made it into my top album, my top singles of the year when you look back on Apple Music. And the songs are like literally a minute a piece, like maybe a minute, a little more. But that's how much of a punch it made in my life. Okay. Went double, triple platinum in my house. So shout out to Malaya, who's actually from Southfield, Michigan, Detroit. Shout out to Malaya for putting out amazing, amazing art in 2025.
Yeah. And then definitely the fact that, she's real, personable about everything. 'Cause she was literally like, it didn't cost me nothing. I was a part of the close friends where she actually like put the Dropbox file in there for everybody to download too. So
Yep, I'm a part of her
shout out,
close friends too. Shout out to
yeah,
Malaya.
shout out to Malaya for that. You know, that's dope. That's dope.
Absolutely. Another person who does that is Kromonichi. So I will be talking about him later, but he also like texts you and give you like access to different things early and all kinds of things like that. He's very personable too and one of the best producers out, period, y'all. Period.
Sure.
But yes.
And then I think another one of mine, Felicia Temple's album, A Soft Place to Land. You know, that she came out strong with that. I mean, she was putting out singles every so often from that album, like Red Flag or Colorblind, aka Red Flags, Alone Together, Don't Want to Be Lonely. But I mean, that whole album from start to finish, like there are no skips. I mean, it's Felicia Temple. Like she's a dope artist anyway. But you know, just definitely this album, you know, the cherry on the sundae, as they used to say. So.
Absolutely. For me, next up is Destin Conrad. He came out with the alternative jazz album entitled Whimsy, which I was not expecting. He's an R&B singer, but he came out with this alternative jazz album and just killed it. Like the whole thing is just amazing. Whip, Wash You Away with Terrace Martin on there, and Ombre's interlude, but jazz, y'all went triple platinum in my house. Okay, like this album is perfect from start to finish. So I highly recommend you guys go check that out. Destin Conrad, Whimsy.
Oh yeah, another favorite album of mine, the Maroon 5, Love Is Like. And I'll tell you what's crazy, because I mean, I streamed the album on Apple Music, but I mean, if you go to their YouTube channel, they have visuals for all the songs on that album, and then of course you see PJ Morton in the background playing keys to all the songs. So definitely, I mean, not that it's not really because PJ Morton's in the band. I mean, this is just a great album. Like I said before, like Adam Levine's voice is absolutely classic, and this album definitely took me back to my freshman year when the Songs About Jane album from them came out. So yeah, they didn't shy away from their sound at all. So shout out to Maroon 5 for that. So
absolutely. So next up, Devin Morrison, Cinema. Okay, like I've been waiting for Devin to come out.
Yeah,
but something he plays. I feel like Devin plays with your emotions a lot. And so there was no like promo or anything for this single. He just showed up one day on Instagram like, hey, here, and I didn't think it was real at first. And then here was this amazing song. So shout out to Devin Morrison.
Yes.
Cinema. Really, me and Ashton was in the car just singing it together.
Word from word.
Word for word. And it had just been out like a week.
Not even.
Maybe not even a week, and we was in a car like just getting it word for word. So shout out to Devin Morrison. Exactly. Cinema, y'all.
That song is just such a bop of vibe, man. I mean, but it's Devin Morrison, so you're gonna get that from him anyway.
Period.
Nothing less. All right, another favorite album of mine, Jacob Collier, The Light of Days, which is, like I've said, this album is definitely Jacob Collier personified. I think one song that I really couldn't get over, his cover of Norwegian Wood. And I just love the whole acoustic guitar, bluegrass sound with just vocals and guitar and just the changes and the vocal syncopation and everything. I'm like, just pure brilliance from Jacob Collier. But again, another,
always.
Like me and AG, we not a joke, but we have people that we call musical unicorns, such as Devin Morrison and Jacob Collier. Like they don't miss at all. And like, so it's definitely wonderful. So yeah, shout out to Jacob Collier for the Light of Days album.
Yes, Jacob Collier just, I mean, one thing you're gonna get from Jacob is them changes,
Yeah.
the
Oh
literally
my
how
God.
he stacks them vocals and everything, the progression changes, all of it is just incredible. So shout out to Jacob for that. Next for me, the Aaron Smith Experience, Waiting For, featuring Amber Naver. Now, so like Aaron really has popped out with two
Yes.
great, amazing singles. But and this one, the first one I loved as well. And then this one came out, and I'm a huge fan of Amber. Obviously, she's
Mm-hmm.
one third, or is it? Yeah, it's three of them, right? I'm
One third.
like
Yep.
one third of. She's a part of one third of Moonchild, and then she does her own stuff, and she's on a lot of people's different. You know, she works
Yeah.
on a lot of people's things, but
Yeah. You can't forget about Cat Pack. They're
yeah.
connected too.
Oh, and Cat Pack,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Like, but
For
yes,
sure.
like I'm a huge fan of Amber, and to hear her on this track, and I'm a huge fan of Aaron as well. It just gives. It's just an
Yes.
amazing, amazing record. So shout out to Aaron Smith, the Aaron Smith Experience. I'll not. Shout out to Aaron Smith, the Aaron Smith Experience, Waiting For, featuring Amber Naver. Y'all go check that
Oh
out.
yeah. So yeah, I definitely. And then, like I was saying, with reconnecting with Onward this year, there's actually another musician that I reconnected with. I'm talking about Conrad Reeves, his Common Ground EP. So like, and really like reconnecting with him because I know he's been out of the game. You know, just really, kind of getting back on track musically. Which I'm not going to go into full detail. I don't want to tell any of his business, but it was very refreshing, and it was definitely a relief to see that he was
A
still,
relief, yeah.
yeah, a relief, going strong with back in music. So, yeah, definitely that. The Conrad Reeves Common Ground EP, which is on his own label, Radman Records. God bless the child that's got his own. How about
Amen.
that?
Amen. Nate Smith live action. I don't even want to talk about it too much. I'm gonna start shedding some tears. Y'all know
The Grammy nominated.
the Grammy nominated Nate Smith. Okay, I've talked about this album a couple different times. Big Fish on there. Juke Joint has to be like probably top 5 songs for me in 2025. Like, it's just so much on this album. It's literally a roller coaster. It's literally like the name, live action. It's literally like a movie. It's just an amazing, amazing album, y'all. Like, if you all listen to us when we tell y'all to go listen to something, listen. Just go listen.
Just go. Right.
Just go. I promise you won't be disappointed. So,
Right.
Nate Smith live action. And he just put it up on YouTube. I think they were in Hong Kong or something, but the whole live set is on YouTube. If you go look up his YouTube page, you can go watch it. God bless you.
Gotcha. All right. So, how can I forget about my boy, the brother man? Me and I, we call each other brother man. Ellis Wolfork, his mixtape Nostalgia Volume 3. Again, like he has a sound all his own, and I'm actually very proud of him because he wasn't always producing and playing keys. Just to see him branch out and get into production. I mean, he's the nephew of the master GOAT producer Aaron Lindsay. So I mean, it was really so much in his fate. I would say so much in his fate anyway. But to see that he's grown into his own producer and then putting out all this stuff, it's dope, and I'm proud of you, brother man. So yeah, Ellis Wolfork Nostalgia Volume 3 that came out this year.
Absolutely. Lisa Noel Smith and the Brown Singers. I'm a church girl. Okay. Promises this year made a huge splash in 2025. Promises. Amazing quartet. I feel like Lisa Noel Smith made quartet popular fun again, if that makes sense. Like, it's never went out of style, so don't get me wrong, but it's just like Lisa knows, just really, I don't know, it's just something about it. It was just like, wow, like it was like new quartet in a way, with still some of the old things about it that you love. But yeah, Promises was probably one of my favorite gospel tracks of 2025.
For sure, yeah. Oh yeah. So our boy Josh Stokes, which we talked about on the episode, his album, Songs for You to Jam To. And like just all the I guess not hidden messages or anything, but just everything that he kind of implemented with that. And like I told him on the episode, it was almost like listening to the J Dilla Donuts album. Like it had that same concept of multi samples and everything. Of course, my favorite the what's that? The Garden Wall by Dave Weckl. The fact that he just sampled that, and then of course Don't Stop. Don't stop till you get enough.
Yes, that sample is crazy.
The opening sample, which, man, like you have to really be a music nerd to know anything of Jocko's solo stuff, because he sampled that one song Opus Pocus with the steel drum part in there. I'm like, whoa, man! Like, that definitely. I'm like, yeah, this guy, he's legit. He's for real. Like, he knows what he's doing. So yeah, shout out to Josh Stokes. Songs for You to Jam To. That album is so much fun to listen to, man. For sure.
Absolutely. Shout out to Josh. Next up, Chromonichi Natural Passion. Chromonichi, I have been a fan of him for about 5 years now. The first track I ever heard from him was Interstellar with Alex Idley, and like he is just an amazing artist. But not only that, producer. He produces his own stuff. Oh, y'all gotta go check it out. Chromonichi Natural Passion.
Oh yeah,
fire. Complete fire. And then check out his entire catalog, because you won't be disappointed. I promise you.
Oh yeah. No. So one album that I've really been listening to a lot lately. I mean, it came out this year, but it's definitely been on heavy rotation. Jane Hancock's album, "It's Me Not You," which everybody, I think, "Stingy" is probably the most popular song on that album, I would say. But songs like "Smile" and her cover of "Same Old Love" by Anita Baker.
Yes.
I love that intro, and I love how she navigated through that and like made just really went out in left field, because it sounds nothing like Anita's version or the original. So shout out to Jane on that. And then the song "You," which features BJ the Chicago Kid. Just those harmonies between them. I'm like, man,
absolutely. Like, and use me. Incredible.
For sure.
Incredible. Shout out to Jane Hancock, and shout out to our girl Chastity for being a writer on Stingy, actually. So yes, shout out to Chaz for that. Oh, yeah. For amazing. Sure. Amazing. Speaking of Chastity, Little Bit More. Love that. Went platinum in my house as well. An amazing track from Chastity. Amazing record from Chastity. And then she came out with like a reimagined version, which was just as good as the original. So y'all go support Chastity. Her single "Little Bit More."
And just the fact that she shared her literally, just the journey of her putting that one song out alone. Just getting connected with somebody to mix and master that before she put it out. And,
and using social media to do it.
Yes, just her stepping out on faith and really letting God do the rest. So shout out to Chaz for doing that, for sure. I'll say this because he is the track master behind a lot of the stuff that we do on the show. Our boy Eric Whitfield, aka Art Miles, for sure. Shout out to Eric. He goes by Art Miles. That's his producer name. But like all throughout the year, he was just putting track after track after track on his SoundCloud for his new Abstract Takes mixtape, available exclusively on SoundCloud. Like he's really, and I'll say this about Eric. I would not be the music enthusiast I am. Well, I mean the knowledgeable musical enthusiast that I am without me meeting Eric Whitfield, because he put me on to a lot of the stuff that I really had no idea. Just songs that he was sampling, because his influence are Jay Dilla and Madlib and DJ Premier and all those people. So just the fact that he was putting me on to a lot of the stuff that they sampled, because he actually, the first time I heard the Dilla Donuts album was through Eric. So So for sure, shout out to Eric, and then shout out to the fact that he's, he kind of took a semi break from putting music out, but I think this year he really got back on it. So yeah, Abstract Takes the new Abstract Takes Volume 2 or Volume 3 that's available on SoundCloud right now. So yeah, shout out to Eric Whitfield.
Absolutely. So for me, next up is Modre, Tunnel Vision.
Yeah.
That single is amazing, and it was at first exclusively on the Even app, which was new for me as a supporter. So to be able to go and support and give my money and know it was going to the artist was super duper incredible for me. It just makes you want to give more, knowing that it's not going through a third party, it's actually going to the artist. But not only that, like, Modre is an amazing artist, an amazing singer, producer, writer, musician, all the things, has toured with your favorite's favorite. Just an overall dope human. His episode, like I said before, is my favorite, one of my favorite episodes of the year. But yeah, so Modre, Tunnel Vision, dope. Go listen.
Yeah, oh yeah. So I think another one, Casa Overall's cover of Cream, Cash Rules Everything Around Me, but by Wu-Tang Clan, which this is actually a jazz version of it. Like I said before, if you didn't know any better, you would have thought this was an original of Wayne Shorter, who was really the composer on a lot of those Miles Davis records from the 60s, like Someday My Prince Will Come and ESP and the other one, Nefertiti. He composed a lot of those. So you would have thought that this was actually recorded back in the 60s, because he definitely gave that nostalgic jazz feel with it. So yeah, Casa Overall's version of Cream by Wu-Tang.
Oh yeah, that's fire. Yeah. And then for me, Nolly, Options. So Nolly came out with her EP this year, and it is just fire. Another independent artist, crossfaded. I love just so Call Me at the Wrong Time, Wait for You. But Options really is just, I had even posted about it either yesterday, I think, and it just evokes so much emotion from me. It's one of those songs where it's her and a piano, and it literally just, oh my gosh. And the lyrics, I told her, I said I can only listen to it once a day. That's all I can do. Okay. It evokes that much emotion for me. So Options by Nolly, shout out to her for putting out an amazing EP this year and still continuing to drop singles. So shout out to Nolly. Miranda Curtis, Bless Your Name live edition. Just an amazing, like I said, I'm a church girl and I'm a choir girl and all the things. And Miranda Curtis just gives you everything you need. I love the changes in this song. Just an amazing gospel record. You listen, you be shouting around your house after it gets done playing, okay? So y'all go check that out. Miranda Curtis, Bless Your Name.
For sure. All right, so, man, what a wonderful year in music. And like you said, the independent artists have been the bridge to carry this over. So
absolutely, y'all.
Shout out to all the indie artists who literally are on the front line, on the forefront, doing the Lord's work, as Aaron Smith said.
Doing the Lord's work, okay? Y'all are literally marching, okay, in the army of the Lord for this thing. Okay, y'all are holding it down. We support you. We love you.
Yes.
We will continue to shout you out and, tell the masses, okay, about all the amazing work that you guys are doing. So, yeah, shout out to all our indie babies.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'll say this, if there's anybody watching, if you feel like we left out any music that we may not be aware of or that we didn't mention, definitely put that in the comments. Let us know. And
absolutely. Leave us your favorite song or album of the year.
Leave us your favorite song. And even if we did mention it, just let us know that you've been on this journey with us as well. So for sure.
Absolutely. Yes. What an amazing 2025 in music. So
yes.
We thank y'all again so much for rocking with us. Like, y'all keep rocking with us. We only going up from here. So shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to Ashton, my amazing co-host. I love you, bro. Yes.
Shout out to you.
Great.
Shout out to you for actually in trusting me and then trusting God in this journey, because this was a vision that God gave you. So
yes, and it's been so amazing. I think it's been like the time of my life doing this with you.
Same, same,
Oh my gosh, like we would be remiss to not thank Marlo for being a part of the mix down, y'all.
Yes.
Okay, so the mix down is still new, so that's how I forgot to talk about it. But like our mix down episodes and segments have been some of my favorites that we've done. So we've done structured interviews and different conversations, but the mix down is just very much raw and unfiltered, right? Like, and I love the back and forth conversations and opinions, and you know, it's not an interview, it's a round table. Like we are like shooting a breeze, just talking about our favorite thing, which is music. So shout out to Marlo Scott for being a permanent addition to our mix down segment. We want to shout out Paul Brown for being our first guest, our first true guest on the mix down segment, which that will be out shortly. So y'all stay tuned for that. That's a very good conversation. But yes, so y'all keep looking forward to that, because the mix down is, it's an incredible series that I am loving doing. So yeah.
And then I'll say this too. The promises that we made about other things that will be happening, we ain't forgot. We ain't forgot. You know, just other stuff that has popped up and that needed our attention sooner than all that. But definitely 2026, I believe, with this particular platform is going to be a year to remember. So
absolutely,
you'll be seeing more vlogs. You'll be seeing more of us like out and about. You know, actually, I'll say this. So here's a little, and you know about this. I'll be going to the NAMM convention out in California that third week of January, and I'll be vlogging the whole experience there too. So you'll definitely see more vlogs, and you'll see us out and about, you know, getting real personal with everybody, you know, not just us getting on here. I mean, which I enjoy it, but you know, it's always nice to actually get out and like meet the people personally in person. So so a lot on the horizon for 2026, and like I said, I got a lot to look forward to personally in the year, so I'm happy about that.
Yes, shout out to personal goals and achievements and all the things. We wish that on all of you. Like, well, follow your dreams, get the vision, write it down, and do the thing. So yes, thank y'all so much for rocking with us. We love y'all. We'll see y'all in 2026. Woo!
This has been another episode of the Invahement Company Music Podcast, the show made by music enthusiasts
for music enthusiasts.
That's right. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Oh,